Hey, let's start building the app. New terminal, and let's just resize this so you can see it better. Cargo, new clock. Enter, OK. Let's switch folder. Yeah. Okay, let's go do the configuration for the project. You already know what dependencies we're going to use. Do a quick rename, Gutenberg Clock. We could have just made the project with this name, but I didn't do it. Now, dependencies, Gutenberg-rs. This is the current version, 0.14. Tokyo. Our app is going to be async because we're going to download some stuff, unpack some stuff, so we're going to do async calls. Okay, features, we're going to go with full. I don't want to bother with selecting all the right features. Now we're going to use SRD because if you want to configure Gutenberg-rs, the easy way to do it is to pass in a JSON. So SRD JSON makes it really easy to pass that in as an object with a macro. Now RSQLite, which is great. It's my favorite SQLite library from the Rust ecosystem. Okay, and we're going to use a bundled version. And chrono for time. Okay, random. These are the current versions, but you may always try newer ones. This is are the newer versions I could find. Like, I think all of them are latest as of now. Indicative, we are using it indicative for the loading bars. And web view, this is going to be for the UI. Going to write a simple UI, and it's easier to write it in HTML and CSS and make it look good in this case. And okay, format, that was reflex, no format for you. Just add spaces by hand. Okay, we are done. Let's go to the main. We're going to make the main function async. First, let's delete the hello world part. Okay, Tokyo main. Okay, and async function. And now we're going to delete the print line and match an exec function that will also be async. If everything went fine, we're not going to do anything. But if we received an error, wait, it's a mistake here, let's delete the E here. So if we received an error, we're going to print the error to string. So program encountered error, and this is going to be the error. So we have the error to string function here, to string. Okay, go back. No underscore because we are actually using the parameter. Okay. Now we are going to write the second function. It's going to be the async function for exec. You can just keep this part with making the exec actually the main function. Actually, I'm doing this because main function doesn't return the result here in my case. You could have some other workarounds. I like the exec function to be separate. Okay, so this is going to return a result. Yeah, so we're going to return OK. And that's about it. We're going to build. Okay. Oh, so we don't know about error. We should import the Gutenberg error because our app is going to use all the implementations from the Gutenberg error system. So let's quickly write this until the compiler gets to the main rs function file. Okay. Use Gutenberg-rs. And we're going to do the error. Okay. Should be fine. Let's see. What say you, Rust compiler? Seems to be fine. Let's do a run. Nothing outputted. Let's just print the last some line so we know our paranoia is satisfied and everything is okay. Hello world, right? Bam. Oops. Yeah, it's okay. Delete this and start writing the actual function. We're going to populate the cache, the Gutenberg cache, using default settings, and then we're going to call something to create the FTS database, the full text search database. Let's add a small comment here. We're going to write, we are going to generate a FTS database from books. Okay, so the FTS file name, it's going to be fts.db. And now we're going to do the settings for our Gutenberg-rs library. We're going to use only defaults. If you want to know more about these, you can check the GitHub for the Gutenberg-rs, the library I wrote. Now, if we are only going to create the cache if it doesn't exist, so we're checking the path. We're checking the settings.cache file name. If this exists, we won't do anything, and if it doesn't, we're going to set up the SQLite. This is going to ensure we have SQLite cache populated and ready to go. No forced recreate, and we will show the loading bar. So await this and return if error. Now we're going to get the cache we created above. SQLite cache, get cache with these settings. Okay, and we are going to do the same for the FTS. So if the path to the FTS file doesn't exist, we're going to generate the FTS file. Okay, let me spell this correctly. Generate FTS. We'll probably need a cache, of course, and the settings for the cache and the FTS file name. And wait for this. Now go back and write a dummy function. And after importing the SQLite cache structure, okay, now this is correct, and this is going to be async too. I think, yeah, anyway, we're going to create a dummy at first, so it doesn't really matter. Async generate FTS and give it parameters. Yeah, right. So the FTS file name. Did I forget one? No. Okay. This is going to return also a result with nothing. And let's mock it up with an OK. Of course, let's print something so we know we got here. Generating FTS. Okay, this looks good. Let's cargo build. No, actually, let's just run it. Cargo run. Okay, everything built, and we are now downloading the cache. This is done via the library. It's going to download it, decode it, unpack it in a folder. Okay, these are actually a lot of small XMLs, a lot of small RDF files. And the library will go through all of them and populate the SQLite database with the info so we can query and do things optimally. Get certain books or with from certain authors, with certain titles in certain languages. We're going to use it to get quotes in English from interesting books like classics, literary classics and stuff, novels. Okay, so this is the folder I was talking about. It's the cache folder. Okay, so I'm not going to, I should have run it with the release mode, but I didn't know if it's gonna crash or something. So it seems to work fine. In debug it takes a lot longer to do everything, so I'm going to skip this